lyrica. Or so you if you fie. Na ne ho wona na no so. That's a beautiful song. All right, we are about to challenge the status quo. Uncle Fredima is in the house with us. Mr. Fred Kyei Mensah, on the Ebano industry, creative industry. You will definitely, we follow our social media on Facebook, you will hear a lot of things that, he says about the industry. He doesn't, he's not afraid to speak his mind. Sadina said to say ya or Becca said to say. But ye bisa say in the creative industry we Ghana says and kamia ye say both your movie industry, sinicha, nyom and all other creative industries say bibi tochima now we say upesa come once money sideline and answer your blacklist. I mean quite recently I heard Abiku Santana making a complaint. A genuine complaint, say, Obiti Kofi Kunata didn't get anything, and he stated certain facts. Say, VGMA had put down certain, what should accord someone an award. Into no person say, Muana Mudi way in our buy into a banner saying, and award goes to somebody that doesn't meet your own criteria. I think so now we can see things like someone like Shatawale has in the past also spoke up about things that were not going well in VGMA. Sanana say a sideline or kakra. Otin also spoke at some point in time. Internet Kamia say when you decide to speak up, say bibi nkoye and you speak up near sideline. Is it that medium ma yedekano ena eya enye anase when niama touchima we should just keep quiet. Uncle Fred knows a lot when it comes to this industry. What happens to an artist when they decide to speak up? Is that the end of their career? Uncle Fred, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning from this side. Good morning from this side.
The one thing I would hear about you, I follow you on Facebook. You speak your mind. You don't owe anybody anyway to speak your mind because it is your platform. But a whole lot of artists, especially artists, Nankasa, I think so for you as a producer, it's slightly better. Even though you've also had your own way, in speaking your mind. But as an artist, I come here and say, you're artist now. You try to challenge the status quo, and I said the stakeholders then you are sidelined. Either you don't get invited anymore, or and it ends up affecting your career. Or and I said, have you noticed something like that?
I've been trying to ask in the sense that it's something that and I see the way, and I said it's part of our culture. So like when you stand up to speak, they sideline you.
They can make some material for no matter for you. I didn't say okay entity or my. It's quite different. You have different cultures in terms of the regional balance. Okay, but there was certain cultures where it permits all a boy the opinion. Inti ya ene sama sebe akwala ni penyi dia sem kwano kwala no matter how good or how you present your case ubedi for all penyi unti say kocha no apimiti mu anjama ya timid. You have been very very timid from onset. Yes. Inti e ba bedu baby na wo kire wadwen a other say be fair say in our local parlance we are too that is in the very too forward. You are too forward looking guy. What say the primus inter pares, that is the first among equals. There's a will be anymore. They try to catch you a share in chain. Now we are said, I never call a dini pena, a nipa bottle, and your mother shinimu. I am Piamontin. You might mean pim, and the people are, it was idea is what we can, like a mass society need to me, but if you throw the after effects, so we are saying now, it takes certain few people because the society will go against you and they will blacklist you, especially the creative space. Now if you come to the creative space there's competition. Obia is looking for the same thing. It's 19 or you 19. I quite remember me by Kyei Mensah about gospel. I was lecturing him, I'm telling said these are some of the things I'll be facing. Me, Fredima, after almost 37 years in the industry. You train amount for no more. You train on you can call out and money. I quite remember there was a juicy deal where let's say Kabame. Now I'm going to call the wrong person in court. And Mukubus and Bokoka Freddy cried when this a program back here for youth. You quite your platform now bit me. a promoter, you know, into a presenter.
Wow.
And these are people that you have.
Yeah, you have. They see who they will laugh at with you. You know, Aqua quite a fox. They are there. They will just you on the industry. You be a coy home. Aqua quite Absalom. No, the council. Obano catches up a panye. Then I'm a whole lot of things. So they will blacklist you. So if you are in the industry now, you are be able to get hold of yourself and then say something. So on Timpa, Charlie, they will go against you. They'll go against you. I tell you.
Let's look at an example like Shatawale. You who say as a sideline kakrabin, but no say no. Ne personality no. Until falls or no sano or a dear pain why you differently because he spoke up and or when so. Now, Yesha, Nyokai, it's actually ended up helping other artists. Artists nankasa wankasa sometimes omukase tiano no. They forget say it is after he spoke up say no. I didn't in Nigeria for eba ne omudia yamo musika kese ni yamo mwada hotels akese. Na local artists we equally good yem and it was after that who changed. Into no upon saying that no, do you think say it's still good to speak up because it brings change?
I'm saying in communication. If you want to communicate to certain people, you look at the pedigree and now the society now communicate to them. Obiani language,
all right.
If you look at Shatawale, he's a very controversial guy, very enigmatic. He's an amoeba. You can never.
You wouldn't know how
the shape.
Yes.
It's time beyond or 2 way. I never know I can't away. Sometimes for the sake of getting attention of the public, you know, or can you be like the typical on as someone be doing the 2.5 show, no. Now, what fan and say as a EVR, it was just a grown old me, just get that kind of attention, and because now over you be a very friend.
Okay.
Do so can't share at the count, so that hashtag, you know, it flow all over. So sometimes these things are strategic, but at the same time, Shatawale is somebody who is not afraid to speak his mind, no matter the consequence, because he's gone through the mold and he's gone through the worst period of life.
All right.
Now, as I've not said, how you couch your language, you know, he was saying something against another nation. In terms of say, if the other nation and say, if I can say no one artist and a artist or hano, that country not money, Bena boy, issue near but it was all kind of. Yet, okay, now, recently, it's on God or what?
On God,
on God, yeah. Very nice music. Because they say Nigeria for you should all come together because he needs the numbers. Now, you know the reason why? He's seen that Black Sheriff has entered the Nigerian market. No, at their own pay, and somebody taking the lead. He always want to be the first. So wherever he sees somebody succeeding on, he want to catch in there. And they also make himself available. So now, because now Nigerians, now they can't even promote that. So let's all be one and here. But quite recently, he was on them. Though, in saying be okay, the way of caution, to what? So sometimes, it depends on the occasion. The mood and background, and that's why you can decipher and see, say, a small canon, is it real or maybe it's taking a hype? But so my Ghana, if you are a creative person, like you critique those people, the stakeholders, they will blacklist you. But I have fallen a victim of that. I was part of the VGMA. Yeah. And about 6 years or 7 years ago, as a board member of VGMA, now as at 9 p.m., I could show me invite. Yeah, and I went on radio and then Charlie spoke my mind. Shoom, the next year they took me off.
In that instance,
they took me off. Plus maybe other factors are being. Those board and non transfer as a permanent. But because of the kind of woman, I never fought with them or something. That's I'm still.
But what could you have done differently? Because your situation where it seems the VGM are called back to Cove Town. Omo program no on there. Also, your friend is saying some of the artists have spoken out. Say 10 years ago, I'm mobile, no more artists, sika near there, and this time around, no more samba back. What are they giving the artists near there? I mean, you said, say, we take its number. No, you were able to speak out. What was the difference? Into me, I say, yeah, man, I say, visa.
Yeah, also, Kufodria, they're not just opposing this, quite two different. Kofodia, you know, VG went there for nominees jam. The operating word is nominees. So, I'm on any first plumber. All the year ancillary. I'm coming in auxiliary kind of, you don't count because nominees, you know, has to be catered for. And this one is a production that is going live on television. It is time bound. It will Kofodia now about 20 artists now. If we say, you have Kofodia, you know, and say artists for you, and a second day, and you won't profile in as well. If I say we should, you see, Yababa say music, you know, the art form only tries on a more genre of music like the Afro pop or normally reggae, but there are other your brass band for your gospel for any part for so the clothes also have come, but a video went there for a purpose. Okay. And then just upon it to my, you know, a board member of repute for 11 years. As at the time I made free board, I was the longest serving member.
Wow.
Not 9 o'clock. So imagine saying, look, I'm a good job in my chair, Cassandra. Cassandra tell you today, as a board member, I have 2 tickets, I'm taking you there.
I'm taking you.
That she calls, I can where are you? Oh, my ticket is not there. Charlie, it's very embarrassing.
Yeah.
And I thought, say, it was.
But what could you have done differently? You could have just spoken to them.
Yes, and I spoke to some of them, and they didn't attend to it.
Okay.
And I was on air. Yeah, I was on air. So during the discussion, and I go down and say, look, if they do this now, but there will be some bad board, you know, so again, as board members, you know, to me, I can be. So some of these things, you know, you speak against them. Hey, Charlie, some of them will target to. And you be crying the owner of the, you know, but individual board members will have. Oh, idea no more dear concern because because the word and I saw some other guys you know trying to play but you know or do say as of what
conflicts of ideas.
So they took them
that was an advantage
because all those people that no more was no that's what I was so why did they kick me out? So they kicked me out because of certain pronouncement and they didn't like it, but hey, I have to say it, man.
Uncle Fredima, don't you think, sir, if we are to continue on this route, either, sir, or more, we know them as reputable, you know, award schemes right now, may lose their credibility. And I'm not even targeting one award scheme. I'm just talking about all of them, a Womoma Award, because soon, if artists now say, you buno say, it's a credible way, no. If consistently there are problems, because Mekai some time ago, gospel fraternity and so and Adebiana, you know, artist of the year, secular, and then they tried to boycott it. They were even at some point saying, so Mwanka Sabesha or Mwanka someone word I say, and no that year, and I do metal the winning year, if I'm not mistaken. Into I didn't quite say, just say, Obiaba ye gidi now. Criteria anyone now. Won't we lose confidence at some point?
What we have to understand, look, award, you know, a business. It's strictly business. Award scheme in Ghana, listen to me, it's business. The interest of the company, you know, first. Okay, my award never, but award now my gospel singers, you know. Now they say Nigeria and other places, they need some artists to go and perform. It's to me, so why should we go to there? So they look at the criteria and see. Publicly never come, but it's in our those all board members or how almost so they scheme towards. So if an artist are any kind of creative person, your idea is to come into the creative sector because of awards actually forget it. Forget it. It is only complementary. Why Jumano? So as I've told you, say me in my 37 years of work as a sound engineer, I've never received a competitive award in terms of music. Never. Because how the award scheme is done, it's tilted towards a particular year under review. So if this year in 2022, Freddie Mercury releasing him from his studios, but those people couldn't get money to promote their songs, how am I going to get it? So in that sense, whilst I was on the board, we can't say in creative be the record of the year. The record of the year doesn't necessarily mean that the person should be popular, the song should be popular. But if you look at the technical qualities now, those people are so like for instance, if you listen to my song now, if nothing is too later. If you look at the song, very, 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 very crafted in terms of the vocal, intimate to about okay, that year no, so Freddie Mercury that year no alone. Me never intimate I hit
but and no is a good
look at the technical quality. So this is it happened. It happened. So as an artist, no, our industry more. If you see that something is going wrong, but please voice out.
Look, those who are supposed to voice out, those who don't have nothing to lose, and that's the thing.
Hey, you see, my man, sick fancy doors, bootlicking, so sometimes, I mean, you have to think of business also. It's not being on. That's why I'm going. Maybe I'll be out of business. Yes. Sometimes silence may be golden.
Uncle Fred, and no one because I did not come here. Yes, say make a car, and because and no one does into
what say there is juju in football, but it's got its limitation. I didn't remember, but 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
It happened in 2013. I was just sitting beside him. Said I was a board member of VGMA. I didn't come back here. Oh, sorry, I OPA. So he went in oblivion for almost 3 years. Actually, he came back as a refined guy, and then he started winning other awards in here. And to only Stumbo, sometimes, you know, it's only background. Your conviction, the kind of idea, hey, let it go, man. We will say it as it is and let the church for where they be.
Okay.
If we want to be, sir, I had a media in. That's why I'm okay.
Yes, it's in Hano.
I she's naked. What the kind of crane channel? So sometimes we travel to always positive things, and in reality,
it's not possible.
Positive and negative. Actually,
balance.
Yeah, it's balance. Yeah. Friend, no, peace. Oh, Charlie, I will carry, but you could have said it. I'm part because yes,
yeah.
You can't because you are not you at the spur of the moment. Something comes to you, your adrenaline comes very high. You make certain pronouncements, you know. Actually, when you go and nobody knew how to so no.
You could have done it better.
That's why there's an apology and a whole lot of things.
How it is said, you know, is the main issue here.
It shouldn't be insult leading. Interfere. What can say, no? Fear number can. We are Kasia, we are and that's what is happening on social media. Okay. People have real issues to talk about. But
okay.
It becomes so
for you who have served on the board before, you know in, you know the out, you know how it is to sit on the board. I think to be out. What do you think, say, with hindsight, will be a better way of addressing some of these issues? Now, as someone it's not only VGM Assembly, because I don't want to mention, but 3 music, most of this, one issue or the other. And you know, we share from where you sit now, saying I feel say these things can be addressed because me who say is a contact council a whole, you know, and he seemed to have stated his facts very well. Into what should be the proper process way of addressing these things, because the honest truth they say people won't be voicing out. There are certain things that should be reviewed.
Yeah, every organization we are setting up an award scheme. Aqua's a war, hospital, we are no an anti, or you get it at no cast no coba. We will be finding level. The level of a final secretary is in crab background, and you be brave. VGMA is quite an example. When they started, that criteria normally, you know, one first stakeholder behind home. So we are award musicians. Not only sound engineer, only producer, now one cassette the organization, you fail.
You fail.
Because that certain technical. So in 2004, if you can't remember, between VIP and the Daughters of Glory Jesus, that the Daughters of Glory Jesus at that time was at a peak. And then Komuni, no, they award the command VGMA. Almost the whole Ghana,
VIP.
Yes. Ghana for saying, and not initially, no, yes, but no. As someone kind of so at the British Council, and I'm afraid musicians, and I was one of them, one of the young friend.
Yeah.
Because that extensively, and they said, no, why do you want? So that's why they added me to the board.
Okay.
And board, no, I must be honest, me can you menu, your contracts, you know, with the ideas, maybe reaching change. You saw, say, most of the award schemes not a 1 day job here every year. Like VGMA. So that is very award and one. I said, engineer at the industry awards. If you are near my industry, you know, they are technical, like they are best vocal, one, you know. and maybe the day before. And then we should also take the VGM to the other regions so that those people who have been nominated, who can perform on the very night, you know, can express their distance. So, when like it's an extension of the VGMA that is supposed to happen on the very night, but artists will be up performing. So on the night, you know, even if maybe I'm performing, you've seen their performance here. So all these things and the categories when they started it was almost about 50 as a 10 pay. Now it's been extended because day in day out, you know, you see a lot of different things coming in. Now I want to be why artists be satisfied. Never. You will never get satisfied because that's I should have been here. This one should have been here. This one should have been here. But no. I quite remember the Mbachi is a better example. When he came out in 2018 with Yami Beche. Now he was saying his old Charlie, you know, never pass for industry, Charlie, you go to ride on my popularity. You're quite Charlie. Now the nominees for Bell Booker. You give my clean fight. You know, soon I'm too soon. The grace has just begun. So last year, 2021, I was in Kwasi. Daddy, Charlie, nominated as the best, one of the best brothers. Child. It's a matter of time. It's all there, but now you nominate two, and even if you don't win now, once you have been nominated,
it's a win in its own.
It's a win in its own. What I say. So please, as I'm saying, when we have problems about certain award schemes, as you say, Kofi Kinata. Yes, Kofi Kinata, looking at the year and the review.
Yes.
Ghana Music Awards, whatever, at least Artist of the Year, his name should have been there. But here is the case. They have the board members, they say, no, now, for us to have the very tight competition, you know, we're not going to take about 10 people, now we're going to reduce it to about 6 or so. They will look at certain criteria. Who all the nominations now from, who's that? To the top, you know, they will look at where you got the nomination from. Best life, best vocal, songwriting. Okay. So that's why Joe Metal, for instance, became part of the Artist of the Year. Amount for a complaint. Because you look at the gospel category now, the song is there, best vocal is here. When you're therefore, so he will be elevated to the Artist of the Year. And then Kofi Kinata, if you look into the years now, I think he but could be arm a come home, Richie, that kind of way. But I think it's a Kofi Kinata, in all fairness, you know, so I've been part of the Artist of the Year column. Yes,
now let's look at the channel of communication or getting your grievances out in the idea. Right now we have social media. Do you think there's another form or another way whereby an artist can voice out, whereby at the end of the day, then social media now and find some baby ember?
Kasebi or two interpretations. Hello, brah. I've communicated. The same word, no?
Same word.
Oh, hello, cancer, brah. Hey, cancer, brah, So it's a mood, how you communicate. Look at the ambience. And you might pertaining at that time. I said, when we can't, the president was say, I said, be a Americano, I did be a man, I said, you say, a bear for now. So you sit down and say, I saw maybe coming. Not because you have the camera, you just start. It's as artists, you have to have management. You sit them down with them. Tell I did your dream. Let me speak my mind. Okay, you can speak your mind, but these are the salient points I saw. They are two hammer. So you see that you'll be making punches, but still no. Rather than emotional, because look, when you are emotional and very angry, you do stupid things. Me, my be that. The back of school, Christ the King. And I Christ the King for say, parent, we are very late, between Sika. Say, because why you late, yeah. Now that they be cool school. Unfortunately, that didn't mean scar home. So I was even angry with myself. So because the teacher only me grow say, what you say, found Emma, so they have kept him in a room.
Yes.
Let me move him to a car. So because I do flag stuff for some car, but didn't consider them. So because of the anger now, I have left my child there. So leaving the child there, do you want the teacher
to take the child home?
Yes. So I came back and said, look,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
yes.
And that was. So from that time, I was saying, no. Say, before the bar, sit down. Look at the question. Someone may can't say because people have regretted making certain statements that they wish withdraw now before other people but you know and it will continue when it's on the internet now. When they Google and ask Charlie, this one will find out. Your generation will become you might have problems with the industry, as you're saying, but your mode of communication should work
the tone.
the tone, who is communicating for you. Your new people who mukasa. From where they have been trained, they speak very loud. They are very loud and they are very maybe. You tell this all can't seem be it just the gestures, the words, and the whole lot of things. So, as we're saying, if you are an artist or an actor or some new person in the creative industry, you want to communicate something in how industry, pen down. I didn't make time because say what are really the impact, because I think you're we assess it now. Hear the public reaction now because if you be quite a bit that, so you can go and make reference. As doctors or kind, what was the and people also have a way of adopting certain people who are no matter how you can welcome you. So when you see say Stone Boy and then this lady at Metro TV, what's her name? They are having issues on Twitter. Yes, about this. I say Stone Boy can say offend say first came from to baby and I be go to go and say men's goodbye he advertised for them and someone say yes. Or other time he didn't know say yes. I know he was paid to do something.
Yes.
Okay, Tona. Some were usually very soft. But I didn't be any other times, but to have gone hard on the lady. Yes. I could people they may be crying, but Stone Boy, subtle jabs, not the man, lady, no. So depends on the mood of communication, the person, the artist himself. So he's carrying home, because sometimes we artists be now for a certain dimension now. I can go against
Uncle Fred, you've talked about management. Is it that should it be say we are artists now we share long term now we per se should you have a publicist because okay you know how to how to pen down things or even write things you intended to say it a certain way, so is this a point where you hear publicists as part of management and as an artist nankasa you can decide to take to take on to the, even though you don't have the training to write that?
It depends on the versatility of yourself. Maybe to be a science student. But when I write on Facebook, people think I'm a journalist. No.
Yes.
I'm not. My level of education is up to 6 form more. After 6 form, everything that I have learned I've learned it by myself.
Yourself.
Because I had a basic kind of training from English. It takes using prepositions in any meaning. I read a lot. Because say you do this form there after university 3 years, so you can stay in the house and then still read, and then so sound engineer I'm chairman for so through reading and I'm imparting knowledge because of my science background in a whole lot of things. So the best manager is yourself.
Okay.
Now that's why we have PRO agents that you can hire professionals. Like today, look, Alex. I'm going to do something, President for me. Alex is very, very eloquent.
Yeah.
I'll hire him for the day. Come and do what we are in every. So not necessarily say he's part of my team, but not.
But we are outsourced as
outsourced. That's what is really happening now. But Ghana, the artist He doesn't want to spend it outside. So there are some certain professionals. Look, as I'm sitting now, Obi Studios is here. He's well versed in the modern kind of technology. A young guy. Me got a Freddie, my mama 37 years into me was experience. No, I am deficient in certain ways.
Yeah.
New technology now, no. Me are the power, but baby, I said no. Being quiet, time to say, I've employed somebody. So as I'm speaking now, he's in the studio mixing somebody's song. Because could feel my review. Okay, I say we are going. So sometimes we have to outsource certain things. So if you know, so you're artist, Okasa, communicate to the public, and I saw somebody, and then Shatawale is a smart guy. He outsourced one of the best guys. I forgot forgotten his name. He works at TV3. Oh, this PR guy. Oh my God, I've forgotten his name. Oh no, and I'm managing behind the scenes.
All right.
Yes, behind the scenes. Yes,
Chris Connie.
Chris Connie. Yes, Chris is one of the best guys. Cool. And yes, you go beyond certain tangents. So sometimes, if you do but sometimes they're able to wear. They buy and all see a kukunya. That's all country.
Yeah.
You see, Chatawali, a kukun shooting in here. Yeah, it was a stunt gone back.
Yes.
But you know that how the PR affect, you know, it's me. So if Shatta is coming to make any professional it passes through Chris Corney's hands.
Okay.
So when he came from America, about American of him, I always say, suit a big down, say, address it to the nation, you know. You know how he did, like a president addressing the nation. And then if you look at the content that Shatta presented now, it was so very good.
Okay.
So sometimes it depends on the occasion. Say, no, someone attracting and saying, who say black sheriff, I call, you know, Shatta can't be yet trying to get in for that attention. So gimmicks. So you have to know the game. But sometimes I can say, game is you have it to play, now it goes against you.
Yeah.
And then if you don't take time, that one is going to. A lot of people, musicians have gone down in terms of certain things because their PR content and certain information that they brought out, you know, didn't come out well. So I think say we'll set out that information somewhere, sit down with someone, say before, when, how, say, after, no, what is going to be the effect? How is the people going to take me? Already the people have perceptions about you. The somebody say, for instance, somebody when you be about Montana, say if you are aware on social media, no, a lot of people show empathy.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody more than Shatawale. Other person who caught the writings now. One did not tell. Yes.
Okay, is there a personality we're creating? Okay.
Personality, no,
okay.
Oh, creating that or so controversial or subtle jumps you back or panya as a COVID panya pum. No, that he
now was stepping back at yes. Yeah.
So you always about radio when you come out like and maybe smoking at the same time. People frown. So because you are on social media trying to address people and you are smoking always smoking. There's something else.
Yeah.
So how do I mean to be baby why should you emulate that kind of example? You know, it depends on the structure or the person who is communicating, you know, and even who acquire the people who imbibe that kind of communication. Say whether it is true or it's not true.
See, what you're saying is each artist needs a PR, like it's constant. A conch say, you know, you should have one before you do anything.
Yes. Because look, Charlie, the social media is it. Now I hear the way we are. So constantly you update yourself. Now I mean, two artists for mobile for the say. If you are an artist, I said you choose synchron and let people know what you are doing when you are rehearsing. These are all content that go to help. Because people know how you are rehearsing for that person to engage you. But all these things, you know, we hide them. We don't have a personal videographer or video. Get people. It's business.
Isn't it too much work?
It's too much work. But look, once you have engaged yourself,
it's selling now.
You have to go to the ethics and of the. Yes, you lay back.
Uncle Fred, talking about the ethics, nanu be a chim nanka. Oh, you're artist now. We see you, and then you come out. People rather loved it, but you won't say like you're saying. Say, yeah. From you was sorry to Uchichi was say to where. How has that you know suddenly changed?
Typical example is Camido and then Kevin Boy.
Okay.
Camido sugar cane was an instant hit from December. Kevin Boy by a picture. It catch that kind of oblivion. And now, black sheriff was in the rain, by shum.
So it changes like the weather.
Good. Your presence
has to be there.
So now, you know what Camido has done? Now, he has allowed people to sing on
the remix.
So, now. You have a lot of remix, different. So that kind of tune
is still
when you're taking you from sexual healing. That song is pure sexual healing rhythm. All the chord progression. But because of the bad high life and do one way, I just say technically. So now he has allowed people to sing on that one. So the song is so trending, and then people are dancing to it on TikTok, especially if your taxi sitting behind the scenes.
And Kim promised it, you know. Yeah, so it's and I was saying, that's a nice remix.
You have to be constant. Let your people know whatever you are doing, so that you communicate well. So the communication is in many forms, as to how you yes, kiss, crack, a cry, a whole lot of things. So Charlie, there are a lot of things. So your mode of communication to the people who are employ you and all me, so yes, they will blacklist you. They will blacklist you.
Or you go off the scene as quick as possible.
Both from radio presenters in India, they will black.
Talking about
usually fall out to people.
Talking about personalities, we are artists, not a bar. Should you carve a certain way for yourself? Because what say, yen na yen to me a stone boy, yen na yen to me a sacco, the yen to obia one style, you know, or the yeah, or the keepy the people. So we obia yen fan so we giddy to say ebia shata or no on your cool, ain't in a giddy nana or they. Should you carve a personality from the beginning and I say, oh, bana, when they carve a personality in the mouth?
Ewan kasa. Oba so be gospel. Gospel na beto you know. You have people that you look up to, foreign and so when you are on stage performing or your antics, you know, people see a lot of people.
A lot of other people in
you. Yeah, and they like it. So you say okay. Be peshatawala se manante set a crowd message ya akowe antics so let me go and just follow that person. Now in fact I don't have the work shut I can from away. So ubano I'm planning now if it's all bamusana you fail. You become a disposable musician. A lot of them are disposable musicians. Obane ochina gigi dum no atonso untini nkabium. And then Ghana handle the consumption of music. If your music is able to be consumed for the next 6 months, I know what the say. But there are a lot of people fighting for the same space. So if you don't communicate well to the public, I'm found you want to my sister. I didn't allow.
All right. Your friend is saying just for wrapping up, you know, what are some of the wisdom what do in a way whereby we can communicate that wouldn't get us into trouble?
Artists be about to be can you say if I knew artist now in the Journal of Reggae now say. A friend say dance holler. You can't say I feel that obado. You're special place. You are come to compete with the Stone Boys, the Shatawalis. So anything you are with me to either beat them or
yeah.
Be there.
Beat you or
yes.
Say, oh, me make it.
Yes, be there. So as I'm saying, say artists about Mokasa Mokano. And name moye Black Cherry, for instance. The pressure man for that 20-year-old. Say just for a strong one, they break him down. And there are people in the industry that gang here to break him down.
It's always the game.
Yes, they want to break the guy down, but the guy is a smart guy. And when he speaks, the kind of words that Ebano, it shoots up into the domain of people who want to invest in him. Yeah. So a deep. Yeah. Be strategic in your approach to things. Adibi abebe kano bien hum yenu. Ye fancy pim o abrabom dweni hwekan. And I prepare college. So buying anything there. Always. You think before you act. So if you have all these attributes, now Obagi, you know, hey my brother, you will survive. Definitely. Because somebody like Kevin Boy started from the church. Down. I gave you a clue as to how when he's playing his live band and you start. He has a particular song that was sung by Joelaka. We say on to arouse the intellect and the emotions of the people sitting there. And then not that film. Then a year of down flatty. It's just two chord progression. I bought the that kind of situation, but because of the voice texture, so your craft, if you're a good singer, make sure that your rehearsals is always on point. If you're an instrumentalist, practice well. And then the rest, Charlie, hey, people will patronize your product.
Wow. I can't say I'm far August for the night. From
the you would have black in pretty span. Oh, Munia. I don't know, I don't pay
perseverance conquers all.
Yeah, that's it, brave. My read a few messages, Nayan, sorry. So, or say, I want to wish my baby wisdom happy birthday. And of course, say, hi, good morning. I'm Kuma. I'm a professional teacher. Please help me get a home teaching job. Kuma, you can start by just knocking on a few doors. That is how I got my home teacher to come and teach the kids. Of say, good morning, honorables. How are you doing? We're doing well, thank you very much. And the last one say, good morning, my name is Sammy. I love your outfit. Thank you so very much, Sammy. Thank you very much. And that is coming from Alex and I. That's it. But anyway, my beautiful outfit is from Klecky. Klecky put this together for me. This is by GTP. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for sharing this moment, this time from 7 a.m. until now with us. Uncle Fred, yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for coming.
Max, hey, no. The Max TV, the maximum. MAX. It's not Maxwell. It's the maximum that one can rise. Wow. So if you want to rise out in your area of specialty, hey, You got to watch Max TV, man.
The best endorsement ever.
All right. Thank you very much for making time with us. Tomorrow, God willing, we'll be back with another edition of Max Morning. Take care of yourself. Go out there and win.